Yo boys, back with another video. Today we're going to be doing a good old-fashioned Assassination Rogue video. It's been a little while since we made one. It's been about 6 days or something. Now I'm making videos less, but they're at least more technically entertaining. So you guys end up getting better videos. I put more time into them and all that good stuff. So we are playing Assassination Rogue. Now keep in mind these are a couple days worth of clips. So it's not like I'm going in and winning every game automatically. Actually, I would say versus this team, we actually beat them easily this game, and then the next game it felt unwinnable. So it really just depends on once they realize that they can actually beat me. Like my class isn't as good as people think it is. If people just use CDs, it's pretty much just an easy free win. Like if this guy just bopped my death mark, automatically he can't lose. Thankfully, they don't do anything. This game, they actually play so bad that it was a free win. I don't think I've ever seen somebody play this bad overall and get absolutely eliminated and destroyed. Because the next game, if you saw the next game, um, they ended up beating us pretty much just doing the basics easily. It wasn't even a competition for them. It was literally just the fire mage literally spamming ignite and killing everybody. So trust me, it may look really broken, and it might, I don't know what the title of this video is going to be, but obviously I use it for the, not necessarily clickbait, so it is a truthful statement, but it's not like I'm doing that every single game. So just keep that in mind while we're doing these videos. These are the best clips that I have. So this is the best it gets, the best you're going to be able to get as Assassination Rogue, and that's how it is. However, we do have a lot of games here, so let's get on with it. And before we start winning these games, make sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe for the algorithm. We are almost at 7K subs. We've been a long way from getting 200 views to now getting thousands upon thousands of views. I think we're at like 100 plus K a month in terms of views, so which is pretty insane. So we hope to keep that up. So here's a game where Hunters, I'm consistently getting hit for over 8 million. Now I had a video before that I was recording, but I kept trying to make it, but it was such a it wasn't even a competition. If anybody has faced an Hunter, you'll know that you face an Hunter almost every single game above 2K CR. It's either a hunter, a warrior, or occasionally like a warlock or something, but it's always a hunter or warrior, always. Even though warrior, in my mind, it's good, but it's not like, I don't know, I don't feel like it's S tier level good. Now I feel like Fury Warrior and Arms are definitely good, and just because it's twos automatically makes them good. So here we sap, or we're gonna go for the resap, because obviously usually people trinket. They both literally don't use a single cooldown and just die. And this is what I mean by Assassination Rogues, you win off of people playing bad. So if you look at somebody and they're playing really, really bad, target them the entire game. That's how you win games. So they play bad and they don't use CDs and you get to win games. You'll see this exact thing happen in this game versus this Shaman. So I see that Shaman's backpedaling, so I know he's going to do a mistake. A mistake for us is our win opportunity. Now if they play good, you lose. That's how that works. So if they play good, and you'll see here, they almost beat me. This DH almost just destroyed me. And you'll see that at first it looks really good for us. I get full bleeds up. We DR gouge so we can get all of our bleeds up so we can't run away. He's literally backpedaling in my face right now. So I knew to immediately go him. So I started on the DH for a bit. And you'll see my HP just immediately go down. This is through feint. This is through everything. I still have evasion. And again, this is our opportunity to pretty much... And keep this in mind. A lot of people don't understand. Your improved growth, I actually almost end up getting 60-0 there, but a lot of people think that if you DR grow, you don't get the improved grow. You do get the improved grow. So when you see me DR grow like this, a lot of times it's just to put it up. So this guy went underground and he left darkness and dies in the underground. Isn't that hilarious? I actually, by the way, I'm the one that's dying right now. So, don't go underground. Bro, you're in darkness, just sit in darkness and go underground, and if you have to, I would have just clicked wall. He had wall available, but whatever. Survival hunters are our worst enemy. Those and evokers, those two comps together or classes are your worst enemy. The reason is because survival hunters have a badge or a healing badge to where it dispels all bleeds, and evokers have a red like dispel, which takes off all your bleeds. So again, those are the worst type of people to face because if they're good, they're gonna do it every single death mark, and you'll never get to play the game. Or they'll do it every Kingsbane because I'm pretty sure it's only a minute CD. So here we get auto trinkets, and again, use your improved growths to the maximum efficiency that you can. At the end of the day, all your damage is coming down from those improved growths and just your multiple bleeds. So you're keeping up your Tempest, you're keeping up your improved growth. So again, anytime I'm in a vanish or use my Night Elf racial, I'm getting those improved growths, even if it's DR, because it puts the damage on. I'm more. See, yeah, and you just saw it right there. He literally just badged all my bleeds off. Exactly what I said was going to happen. If they do that, it is extremely difficult to win. Thankfully, we still end up getting the W here. We have like 2 survival hunters in this clip or in this video, but again, your main goal: keep your bleeds up. Make sure you're stunning off DR. A lot of people will just wait to stun for some reason. Yeah, don't do that. You want to be stunning pretty much instantly. Wait for the opportunity and use your stun. So once you have your bleeds up and you can use your improved growths, that's when I'm vanishing and I get cooldowns for free. So off this, I'm gonna grow 3 times, or I'm gonna swap to the hunter and grow him and use bleeds on him because obviously he used his badge, so automatically takes off all my bleeds. So you can see they're both dying, and my guy's not even running the damage build. So if he was running the damage build, you'd have 2 times the damage. He's running the full healing build, which means you get better healing, which is why we're doing a lot better with our healing. So the pet ends up dying at this point, and don't let him get the pet at all costs. If he can't play the game without the pet. So here I blind the healer, I kidney shot, I use Kingsbane, and he just flops. So yeah, if you kill the pet, so you know what happens when you're AoE bleeding, a lot of times the pet will get hit while he's with you, and he'll end up just dying. So once a survival hunter loses his pet, he is worthless. He literally cannot play the game. So if you ever see a survival or any hunter in general trying to res their pet, don't let them get it. Because I'm telling you, it is so worth to stop them because they're going to be wasting all that time trying to res, and it's nice. So here we're bleeding both these guys here, and again, you want to immediately start off with bleeding both. I think I end up vanishing to get out of these roots because again, you're trying to get all your bleeds off. After this, we full stun. We're going to stun the warrior too here in about 3 seconds. So again, getting those improved growths, we disarm here. At this point, we can blind kidney. So every time you're doing a burst setup, you want to use your blind. Because as you can see, we end up smoke bombing late here, which allows us to get just enough to where we're able to get died by the swords. We're able to get double trinkets. So we have everything, and we got life swap. So we immediately swap to the healer. We're going to use our Night Elf Rachel, which is why we won this game, is because of that Night Elf Rachel. That's why you want to be Night Elf, because I wouldn't have been able to kill him right there if it wasn't for my improved growths. So, nice. So we have another Survival Hunter. Again, these are really irritating. A good Survival Hunter will just destroy you, because they're really, really strong right now. They hard counter Assassination, they Feral Druid, stuff like that. So here we get a sap, we swap it, immediately open on this guy. He Trinket disorients me, which is honestly a terrible Trinket because I didn't even have bleeds up. So we ended up just getting his Trinket for absolutely free. He should have Trinketed when I had Death Mark. That would allow him to get my Trinket in response. So anytime this guy's using his one-shot macro, that channel spell, we're going to gouge him. Gouging is just really good because it stops the flow of cast, which is nice. I think we vanished this one, so we Night Elf Racial, we vanished on top of it, I'm pretty sure. Because I'm not going to sit. Actually, no, we don't. Okay, so never mind, we don't, because we had our Night Elf Racial, there was no point of vanishing. I was going to vanish if I didn't have Night Elf Racial up. So this is when we Trinket, because now we have improved growths up on both targets, and we have stuns available. So we're going to get ready to do these stuns here once we can catch them. Unfortunately, when you're not playing with a Paladin, you do struggle to catch people. And you want to keep your bleeds up on every target. A lot of people have a misunderstanding of Assassination Rogue. If you bleed one target, you will never win. You have to bleed multiple targets. Assassination Rogue is just meant to flip-flop. You go after whoever you think can die. So here we get PS, which means we're immediately going to swap to the other target. We may even vanish to get bleeds up on him, we'll see. Nope, we still have our improved growths up. I actually accidentally used my grow on top of that, which is a mistake. If you do a improved grow and then you use a normal grow, it actually breaks your improved grow. I don't know if that was a fun fact. So here we run back to the healer because we have to bleed him now. Because again, bleeding one person, you do absolutely 0 damage. The class feels awful when you're not literally having improved growths up on everybody. So you want improved growths up on every target. That's all your main damage. All your damage comes from those 3 bleeds on every target. That's how you win games. That's the only way you win. If you're bleeding one target, you'll never kill anything. So that being said, we're training the healer for a little bit. Now again, we're flip-flopping. Whoever doesn't have CDs, I see the hunter doesn't have trinket, so this is where we're probably gonna bomb him for his trinket. So we bomb him, he's gonna trinket, so we get trinket there. That's why I didn't use my shiv, because he trinkets. There's no point in using my shiv after he trinkets. So we're saving the shiv. We're putting bleeds up on the healer. We cheap shot him here. We're going to growth him off this. We're going to growth the hunter. So again, getting those improved growths up on the other target is just as important. We get PS for absolutely free. We kick the healer. At this point, he's probably going to fear me. We'll see what happens. Here we Kingsbane. We shiv. We use our DR stun. We DR stun again. We grow off that. We're going to grow one more time here. So we grow it again. And then we grow one more time. And then now we're going to swap and put bleeds up on the hunter. Unfortunately, he disarms me, so that kind of sucks. That kind of ruins my improved growths. But instead, we use Tempest to get our bleeds up. And again, they're both just dying because we're keeping those growths up. So here we get a full kidney shot. We do a full burst go here. We do have blind available, which we'll probably lose using the next go for his trinket, because we can get the priest trinket for free. Unfortunately, he does get the ultimate penance. So at this point, we have Death Mark available. We'll see if we end up using it right now if we wait until we blind. We probably are going to blind first and then Death Mark, or Death Mark and then blind. So here we blind. This is where we can Death Mark, so we Death Mark him. And at this point, he's pretty much toaster of him. We can just gouge the healer at this point, and just that 1 second of time give us just enough time to win the game. So another blowout game for us, and that's really all it takes to win these games. It's a lot easier in solo shuffle or 3v3 arena when you have another DPS that can do that extra damage, which allows you to win games. Because again, Rogue struggles with killing people. You can get everybody down in HP, but if they know how to get around your burst, that's your only win case scenario. You win on your burst. It's kind of like a sub rogue, but at least you have some wiggle room in between. But when you're in 3v3 arena or solo shuffle, you're playing with an Affy warlock or a mage or just something like that. You're absolutely destroying. Everybody's dying. That's the best part. I'd say Affliction Warlock or Destra Warlock is probably pretty insane with an Assassination Rogue right now, just because there's so much damage going out. It's actually crazy. I'd say there's like 5 times the damage going out rather than 5 times the healing. So the healing is really, really down low now. The damage is so high on some of these classes like Hunter that can hit like 8 mil black arrows. I don't know if you've been hit by an 8 mil black arrow, but let me tell you, yeah, it's disgusting. If I hit 8 mil or even a 5 mil of Venom, we wouldn't even be talking right now. I would be I'd be AWC player ranked #1. So here we dodge his breath, which is a really, really bad breath for them because now they don't get the stun from it. At this point, they're stacked. The one thing that a lot of people mistake, never stack versus Assassination Rogue. So as you can see, we're pretty much just tempesting everything. All of his pets, everything in our area. We kidney shot him, we get trinket for free, so we haven't even death marked that. Don't just death mark without a stun, because at this point, the evoker can just dispel it. So here we cheap shot his shield off, we blind him. At this point now, we're gonna get his biggest heal for free. So the next stun we do, that's when we're gonna death mark. So you want to get the death mark out, and maybe not the first go, but after the trinket, it's worth it, because at that point, then you at least you have a chance of killing him. So here we shiv, we're trying to kill him, he walls. Normally he would have just dispelled himself for free. If you can, you want to wait for it, because it looks like he does have it. No, he doesn't have it actually. I don't know what he would have used it on. No, there it is. Yeah, there it is. I actually didn't even notice, because the only reason you should be using that Dispel versus Assassination Rogue is on Kingsbane or Deathmark. That's it. And I would say on mainly just Deathmark. Deathmark's your only win case scenario. Kingsbane does a lot of damage, but without Deathmark, it's not doing much. So it's like Deathmark, you save it for every Deathmark and you're chilling. You'll never die. Thankfully, they're stacked up. Again, another insane thing for Rogue. When they're stacked up, let's say you have a warrior on you or something, go the healer so you can hit 2 targets at once. Because what ends up happening is we end up doing so much damage that it just becomes unhealable damage. And you'll see we're doing so much damage right now that it's like this healer's gonna struggle. So here we Kingsbane, we smoke bomb, we gouge the healer's shield off, immediately bleeding the healer, because again, keeping those bleeds up on both targets. We're also running the feint talent. So pretty much anytime you're taking damage, it's just good to use that feint talent. You have so many feints available, you might as well use it like a wall. So it basically counts as a wall. It's just really nice to have, especially when you're not running disarm. It's just nice. So at this point, we're getting ready to do our Night Elf Racial, which allows us to get a free stealth. Now, sometimes it bugs out and it doesn't give you enough time to do the stealth. But on other times, we end up almost taking this guy out right here. He survives by an inch of life. And the game's pretty much over for them. We have a lot of cooldowns available. Technically not a lot, but we have enough to where we can win right now. They don't have anything left. They have nothing. So at this point, it just comes down to me just doing max damage, using my advantage offensively, and killing them. Because again, now we're able to use our improved growths and get stuff done. So here we blind them, we stun them, and the game is over. Hopefully you guys did enjoy this video. Let me know what you guys want to see next. It's Ben X, and hopefully you guys did like the Assassination Rogue, because I will be making more in the future. If you guys want to see Sub Rogue, let me know. Otherwise, it's Ben X. Peace, peace.